So talk about a plot twist. I don't think anyone saw not one, but two of you in the beach ball on The Masked Singer last night. First off, you have to tell me, what was it like being in the same costume together? I feel like it was probably pretty hot.
Very hot.
Definitely hot, for sure. But it was very fun, very different for us.
And what was rehearsing like? I feel like a lot of the other contestants have said that it's difficult dancing in the costumes and singing while in the costumes, but it must have been even more intense since both of you were in the same costume together.
Well, what I think is the mouth, if they had a better way of the mouth moving, because you have to move the eyes, you have to move the mouth, you have to talk, you have to sing. So in rehearsals, we sometimes would forget to move the mouth and just keep singing. Because you have to do 100 things at one time, and we're like, and you get disbobulated, you know.
And what was it like for you, Alana?
For me, it was. I'm not claustrophobic, but I feel like it made me claustrophobic because it was such a small area. So, and just like us being in there together, it got very hot. There was no light. Very, very difficult, but we got it done.
Now, June, I know last night you mentioned this is the first time in a while this is the first project you've worked on in a while outside of your show together. What was it like for both of you to get back together and reconnect in such a fun and positive way?
Like I wanted to share on the package, like I shared, I realized about 3 days prior to that the last project that I done in LA with Alana was Dance with the Stars Junior Edition. And I was in my addiction. But this time we were in LA doing a project like The Masked Singer, and I was sober and I was able to enjoy it a lot more than I was. I did enjoy I did enjoy Dance with the Stars, but I was able just to enjoy the experience more with The Masked Singer being in sobriety.
Now, I also know you mentioned last night on the show that you are coming up on 2 years of sobriety.
Yes.
So congratulations on that. What an amazing milestone.
Yes. January 27th will be 2 years. No relapses, even in COVID, because even a lot of people, even, my ex, included, relapsed. And so I think during COVID, it's a major accomplishment for me to not to have to rely on drugs to get me through a situation.
Well, congrats on that. Now, kind of shifting back to the show, Alana, I have to ask you, how did you keep this a secret? I feel like it must be so hard because I feel like also your family is so close knit. Like, how did you not spill the beans?
I told everybody in my family, but for them, I know they're not going to go out and tell folks and be like, oh, they're on The Masked Singer. So, I told everybody that lives in the house with me and stuff. But other than that, I didn't tell really nobody, but I thought it was a very fun secret to keep, though, because, like, when I come out, you would never even expect it, So I thought it was a very fun secret to keep.
And what was Pumpkin's reaction when she found out that both of you were going to be on the show?
She was like, y'all can't sing. Y'all ain't what? Like, y'all are not going to be able to make it. Look, we went out there and represented the crazy, dysfunctional karaoke side of America. It's okay.
And I also have to ask, I know you danced to one of my favorite songs, Party in the USA, or you sang to it. Did you pick out that song, or how did you come up with that decision? Because I feel like that's such a good choice.
We did pick that song. Well, actually, we didn't pick that song specifically. We just gave them like a list of our favorite songs that we love, and they took all them songs and they made a list themselves, and they chose Party in the USA as our first one. And I thought it was a good one, because I feel like with that song, you can literally scream it at the top of your lungs and it would still be such a fun song. So either way, I felt like we could have had a party with that song.
Well, I also wanted to ask you, what went through your guys' heads when you were approached about this opportunity? Was it an immediate yes? And had you already watched the show prior to being on it?
I've watched a couple episodes. Like I watched when the pig and, Wendy Williams, like just catching it like through channel surfing. But for us, it was a definite yes, because Dina Katz with the Dance with the Stars people had reached out directly to Alana, and we had an amazing experience with Dance with the Stars. So why wouldn't we say yes to another experience to work with some amazing people that we've worked with in the past and had an amazing experience with. So yes, most definitely, that's the reason why we said yes.
And Alana, had you had a chance to see the show prior to being on it as well?
No, I've never seen the show. I still, even though I've been on the show, I still kind of don't understand like how you like get eliminated and how you lose and stuff. I still don't really understand it, but I mean, it was all in all fun.
And then I also wanted to ask, you got an outpouring of love for a magazine shoot that you did recently, Alana.
Yeah.
It showed like a different side of you, I feel like. What was it like seeing that reaction online? I want to congratulate you on that. It was such an amazing, positive spread.
Thank you. I felt like with the Vogue, the Teen Vogue, I feel like I got a bunch of like positive feedback on it. Obviously, there were haters here and there because haters are gonna hate and they're gonna hate everything you do. But I mean, I don't really care about them. But I did get a lot of positive comments and responses on that. I was really happy with it.
And also, I was going to ask, do you feel like your time in pageant training helped you prepare for this time on The Masked Singer?
My time in pageant training, I feel like it did not help me whatsoever trying to prepare for this because it is something completely different. With pageants, I just have to learn a routine and get out there, do my routine, make sure it's done like to a T and get off stage. But with this, I had to literally sing in front of everybody. Even though I was masked, I still had to sing in front of everybody.
Were you both nervous going into this, knowing that you were even though you're like masked, yes. It's still probably nerve-wracking.
Yes, very, very nerve-wracking because even though you are masked, at the end of the day, they're gonna unmask you. So people are gonna know who you are.
And then last question, what was it like getting to meet all of the hosts and the judges of The Masked Singer? I feel like they seem like such a fun crowd.
The audience, Alana, as y'all see, when she came out, she just fed off of it. She became the old Honey Boo Boo, the stage performer that she loves to be. I wish they would have showed it all the way to the end because we shut that show down. I mean, just period that night. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt. But Jenny McCarty, I'm fans of hers, been fans of hers for some years. We've been on her iHeartRadio station a few times, and I thought she would have guessed us because last night before we came unmasked, if you went on the Masked Singer page, everybody was guessing. All of our fans were guessing us before we even got unmasked last night.
And what was your reaction when you were hearing the judges guess people like Snooki and JWoww?
Well, I met Snooki and JWoww, and they're amazing people. The Kardashians, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, we're fans of like their products and stuff like that. And we dressed up as the Kardashians, but I was like, how do you get that out of our clues?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today, and congrats on everything. It was so fun watching you both on the show last night.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and y'all have an amazing day.